Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends on the time. Let's see my video. Okay. I want to talk about sacrifice. Yeah, sacrifice. No, sacrifice. Most people understand sacrifice as the moments we sacrifice a goat, kill a goat, spread the blood, whatever the thing. No, that's not just sacrifice. That's sacrifice, but it's not just sacrifice. Okay. Sacrifice, according to Christians, they told there are many things you can use for sacrifice. It doesn't have to be about goats, um, cow, chicken, fowl, whatever things. But as a Christians, there are many ways we do our sacrifices. We may do sacrifice by service, sacrifice by absences, um, sacrifice. There are many ways you can do sacrifices. Okay, you can do sacrifice in charity. Yes, sacrifice in charity, that is part of service. Now let me talk about sacrifice by service. If you do sacrifice by service, maybe something like, take for instance, you're a big man, but you find out in society you are living in, or the environment you are living in, maybe they lack one facility or the other, but you have what it takes to give them that. You can decide to sacrifice your income or your comfort to make that thing into be. Something like they don't have light. You may sacrifice your time, you have money and your resources to provide light for them. You didn't just do it just because you want people to hear your name. That one is different. People does that today. Just want to start big man, just want to start philanthropist, whatever thing. But that's not sacrifice. Sacrifice has to do with you, your heart and your souls. You decided within yourself that you're going to do this thing for these people. Not because of what you get back, not because of what they will give you in return or whatever you get, but you just want to do it. Maybe just to make them happy, just to let them see what they have been missing, just for them to realize what they have been passing by. What has passed them by anyway. So you come up with this advice, go towards it, do everything, and at the end of the day you end up achieving it. That's sacrifice. Or maybe you find out in your locality the gutters is well littered, the main road is littered. You make it upon yourself to clear the road, to make everywhere neat and tidy. You clear the gutters, clear the load. That's also sacrifice on its own. That's part of sacrifice by service. Okay? Now, you talk about other sacrifices people can do. Maybe you're a woman. Let's say you don't have a child, you want to have a child of your own. Then you, after praying, you have decided that you will sacrifice your income for God to grant you your heart desire. That's when you do sacrifice as a prayer. You sacrifice as prayer here. Now, in this area, maybe you can decide to pay school fees for some children who can't afford to pay their school fees because you want children. Or you may decide to pay hospital bills for women who give birth but are not able to clear their hospital bills, or sick peoples. You can do that. Just a point as a sacrifice, as prayer. There are many ways you can do sacrifice. Okay, or as a young girl, maybe as unmarried, you may decide that you want to sacrifice. You want to do sacrifice so that God will grant you your heart desire. You may decide that from now onwards, you have no business with men. You have no business actually having sex. That is abstinence. Sacrifice by abstinence. Abstinence, whatever. But you can decide anything you want as a sacrifice. But make sure it comes from your heart. Here. Deep down in your heart. You decide in it. Not because of what you gain, but because you really want to do it. That's sacrifice. And mind you, sacrifice is something that takes something from you. It take away your money, your comfort. Sometimes it affects our mental health. Yeah, some people, their sacrifice affects their mental health. That's sacrifice. Just make sure you achieve a particular goal. That's a sacrifice. Thank you guys. Till I come your way again and still let it see. Bye bye.